What's happening, guys? So I got this question about basically how to get coaching clients from YouTube or really any other type of high ticket client without having that many subscribers. And this person basically, asked me this question, and they basically thought like, well, there's no way I'm going to get any clients until I have at least 10, 20, 30,000 subscribers, and even then, probably not that many clients, right? And I told them that on this exact channel that you're watching, I got my first subscriber within the first 100. Sorry, I got my first coaching client within the first 100 subscribers. So you absolutely don't need that many subscribers. And in this video, I'm going to go over how I did that and how you can do it as well. So the first thing is, this is going to be a few steps that are very important. But the first one is, you want to know exactly what your niche is, which is kind of obvious, but some people know this and some people don't. But you want to make content that is hyper specific to your niche. So niche content, right? Now, there's two different types of content. There's mass market content. There's mass market content, we'll call it that. And then there's niche content. Mass market content gets like 1,000 times more views. Okay, there's way more views for mass market content. Niche content doesn't get that many views, but it makes significantly more. Just to give you an idea, a lot of mass market content makes $1 per 1,000 views. You can even look at the CPMs, and in many cases, it's $1, $2, $3 per 1,000 views. Sometimes it's a little more than that, but whereas niche content can sometimes make $10,000 per 1,000 views. Okay, so you want to keep that in mind. Is most of the channels on YouTube are mass market channels. And so if you're playing the game by the rules of the mass market channels, then yeah, absolutely, you'd have to have, 10, 20, 30K subscribers. But if you're making niche content, if you're making content that's very specific to the type of person that you're trying to attract, and it helps them solve a very specific problem, then you don't need to get nearly as many views, because you can make like $10,000 per 1,000 views. You don't need to get millions of views to make money, So that's the first thing. You need to be making niche content for this to work. Now, if you're not making niche content, that's okay. I mean, it's going to take you a little bit longer to make money, but there's a lot of niche channels out there that make a ton of money as well. And so that's exactly what I did. I made niche content on this channel right from the beginning. And I've experimented with a couple of videos that are like borderline, like maybe not quite in my niche, but for the most part, I've made niche content on this channel. So that's the first thing, and that's the most important thing. This is how I was able to get my first coaching client with only 100 subscribers. And I'll actually show you. By the way, if you guys aren't aware, my main channel is Shane Hummus. It is a mass market channel, and I make multiple six figures a month from this channel. 71,000 in the last 28 days just from AdSense alone. And yeah, it's amazing, but that's not the channel I want to show you. So I'm going to show you. It's really this channel that you're watching right now, but I'm going to look at the older videos. Okay, so this is Shane Hummus Unfiltered, and we'll go to the oldest video. So these are some of the oldest videos. This was my original one where I was announcing my 30-day challenge. And, 7 best $1 million one-person business ideas, 7 entrepreneur habits that made me an online millionaire in my 20s, et cetera, et cetera. Personal brand YouTube guide for busy business owners, et cetera, right? So this is very targeted content. It's targeted towards the exact type of person that I want to attract, which is a coach, consultant, online agency owner, online service provider, or a creator that just wants to monetize more effectively on YouTube, right? So content marketing strategy for SMMA coaching businesses, etc. So yeah, a lot of these. And you can see, I basically, what I did is I did a 30-day challenge. So you can see that all of these are 8 months ago, and that's for a reason. It's because I did a 30-day challenge and I uploaded a video 30 days in a row. And believe it or not, these videos didn't take that long to do. And the coolest thing about doing a 30-day challenge, I'm just going to put 30 DC, 30-day challenge. The coolest thing about doing a 30-day challenge is not only does it kind of jumpstart you in the algorithm, this will likely save you several months worth of time, just kind of getting out of the quote unquote sandbox. This is kind of a term that they use. They use this in SEO, and they use it for YouTube as well. But it's basically you're stuck in the sandbox because YouTube wants to make sure that your account isn't a spam account, right? So they don't really promote your account very much for the first 30 days. So you can kind of get out of the sandbox a lot faster, or not for the first 30 days, but for the first little bit that you're uploading by doing this. And another thing you can do is you can announce it on other platforms, and people will follow along for your 30-day challenge. Like a significant amount of people will actually follow the 30-day challenge. So you can announce it on other platforms, and you'll get a lot of people who are following to kind of see what happens, right? They want to follow along so that they see what happens during the 30-day challenge. So you get followers, right? So you get out of sandbox, you get followers. And when you first start a channel, or when you first start uploading to a channel, the algorithm gives you a little bit of a boost. Okay, they did this kind of as a response to TikTok, because that's what TikTok was doing, and TikTok was basically kicking their butt for a while. So it gives you a little bit of a boost for your first 30 days. And so my channel got pushed a little bit harder, than usual for those first 30 days. And I was able to get a few thousand subscribers, and I was able to make $30,000 in the first 30 days. So 30-day challenge is step 2. And I was able to make $30K in the first 30 days. And I tracked all of this, by the way. And on top of that, I made my first, I believe it was a $6,000 sale in 3 days. 3 days. So I made one $6,000 sale, and then one $12,000 sale. And then the last one was also a $12,000 sale for my coaching program. And so that was total, do the math there, that is a total of $30K in the first 30 days. All right. Now, let's talk about the actual mechanics of how I did it. Because if you go back to these videos, you can actually see it. It's possible that I've actually replaced them already. But if you go back to these videos, I actually made it quite simple. I did actually replace it. But in my description, instead of this is a link that's actually tracked. This is a completely tracked link right here. But in my description, I actually just had a link for a Calendly. So they could just directly book a Calendly call with me. And I actually highly recommend doing this, especially if you're not 100% sure of your offer. And the reason that I recommend it is because for some reason, there's just not as much of it's a little bit salesy when you make people watch a VSL and all that kind of thing. And it's just a little bit of a salesy vibe, and it's a little bit to ask them, it's like a lot to ask them to watch, even a 15-minute VSL. But if you just say, hey, book a call with me down below, this is my direct Calendly link. You just have them answer a few questions before they can book a call with you. And then if those questions go the way that you want them to go, that you give them the ability to book a call with you. If not, then you can just cancel them. It lets them book a call directly with you. And for some reason, it's just like a lot more people want to book a call, and their defenses are down because they know you're not necessarily trying to like sell them something. You're not trying to hardcore sell them. So it's just really, really good stuff. And I highly recommend doing it, especially if you're not 100% sure on your niche, because you'll get on the phone with people and they'll tell you exactly what they want to do, right? They'll tell you exactly what they want, right? Like, so if you're not sure of your niche, or you're not quite sure of your angle, or you're not quite sure of your unique mechanism, those types of marketing terms, this is really good because you just get on calls with them and you listen to what they have to say, and then it'll become pretty obvious what your niche, your unique mechanism, and your angles should be, right? Like, it'll become very obvious what they want. And so, yeah, this is something that is quite effective. And I'd say just, if you don't do a Calendly, just very simple, direct book a call. Okay, book a call. So sometimes you might have one page that has a simple VSL, right? So they go from, let's say, YouTube to VSL to book a call, or you might just go from YouTube straight to a book a call page, right? But you can keep it simple, right? That's the big deal is you get to keep it simple. And I literally booked over 300 calls, by the way, with a Calendly link. It was a lot of calls, not all from this channel, but like 300 calls I booked just like with a straight Calendly link. It works pretty well. Seriously, it's like, try it out. Yeah, so that's how I got my first coaching client from YouTube with only 100 subscribers. And by the way, if you're thinking you need to make some kind of super fancy VSL, or you're not sure what VSL you should make, just go and watch a good VSL, write a little bit of a script, and then make a Loom video just like this. Okay, just going over what you do, what your offer is, what results you've gotten for yourself, what results you've gotten for other people, et cetera, right? And you'd be surprised how well just a very simple VSL converts, especially since you are selling to a niche audience. And usually this is an audience of people that actually have money, AKA a sophisticated audience. They actually have money, they're sophisticated, and usually they don't need super fancy bells and whistles for you to make a sale. So it's pretty much that simple, guys. Niche content, making sure I did niche content. By the way, this didn't take me very long. I'd say maybe in the first month, it was about less than an hour a day, less than 1 hour per day. Sometimes it was like, 15, 30 minutes a day. Then 30-day challenge, uploaded consistently for 30 days. I announced it on all the other social media platforms. And then a simple call to action, simple, direct, book a call. You could do Calendly link, book a call page. You could do YouTube VSL to a book a call, but just keep it simple. And that's pretty much it, guys. It's really not that hard. YouTube is honestly really untapped, in my opinion. It's not that competitive at all at this point. I purposely gave myself handicaps when I was doing this challenge. I couldn't use like fancy setup. I couldn't use, really good audio, really good video, et cetera, et cetera. Purposely gave myself a lot of handicaps during this challenge. And I still absolutely crushed the challenge, right? Because I wanted to show people that you don't have to have like a super professional setup in order to make it work. And I did show people that. So if you are a busy business owner that wants to start on YouTube, I highly suggest that you take a 45-minute strategy session, which you can book down in the description and the pinned comment below, with myself or my team. And in this 45-minute strategy session, we will basically diagnose your problem. That's step one. Step one is diagnose, like, what problems do you have? Step two, determine whether or not we're a good fit to work together. Step three, give you a 3 to 6 month roadmap for you to reach your goals, okay, to, whatever your goals are. And then step four is decide whether or not we're going to work together, right? So it's basically a 4-step process. This will be probably the most valuable 45 minutes that you spend in your business this year. So definitely make sure that you book that call. And down in the description, the pinned comment below. Have a good one.